behold, man of renown. And Yah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented Yah that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So there's a lot of people. A lot of people really need to understand that about Yah. Yah got emotions too. Yah just keep himself in well-to-do. He ain't moved by his emotion, but this hurt Yah to his core. Like, oh man, and they say their hearts the thoughts of their heart was evil continually. I mean, they up in here. Look at Jimmy. He's having sex with a donkey. Samantha, what are you doing? Stop eating your children. You seeing some profane stuff. I mean, when they say they were doing evil, this wasn't, oh, look at Jimmy. He pickpocketing. That's evil. I'm talking about Jimmy just pickpocketed him and shot him in the head and is eating his brains. I mean, you're talking about some evil stuff. Continually evil. And it repented Yah that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Yah said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creepy thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in Yah, in the eyes of Yah. And and again, this wasn't killing man just to kill man. This is killing to save mankind, to save his creation, and to ward out the offspring of the Nephilim, because it was when the Nephilim were created, the offspring of the angels and the daughters of man, when they had sex and they created these monsters. The flood was to destroy them, to take them out, because Yah say, man, I want my creation to live, but they can't sustain being cohabitated with their offspring. They're destroying the place. They're ridding this place. Right. And a lot of people be like, well, why not? Why didn't Yah just kill the evil? People really don't understand the Bible is full of legality. I can't do it. I got this law is telling me no. I got to do it like this. And Yah is got the word with him, so he know how to work through the law to get to the end result that he wants to. Not that he's manipulating the law. Well, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to win the case legally. So when I win the case, judgment is final. It's justified. It's justified with judgment. So, and we're going to talk about that too, because once that matter happened in the garden, that opened up the legal grounds for Satan to occupy this place. It's legal. People don't realize how legal this is. All right, and now we're gonna go to the book of Enoch, chapter 6. Now, this go to more in the details of the demons.
Come on, man. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yes. Yeah.
Enoch, chapter 6. All right, this is gonna be 1 through 7. Okay. Okay, everybody. And it came to pass, when the children of man had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And this is a precept with Genesis 6, and this is Enoch 6. Very interesting. And the angels, the children of heaven, these are children of heaven. These beings were not born on earth. Saw and lusted after them, and said to one another. So a couple of them were like, Jimmy, Paul, psst, psst, look. That's why we was talking about the worth of a woman. Look, it's finished. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said one to another, come, let us choose us wives from among the children of man, and begot us children. And I'm not gonna say the angels' names. They did tremendous wrong. So, but this angel blank, who was their leader. So this is the culprit. one of the culprits, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed. Now, man, this is deep, man. That goes with Proverbs 1 when they talk about, let not my son be not enticed to do evil, to run to a multitude of evil with sinners.
Right.
And this angel right here is saying, man, y'all ain't about this life.
Oh, man, you ain't down with it.
Now, when I go, I'm going to kick the door in. Y'all coming? Y'all for real. I don't want to do this by myself. You know.
You ain't down
No,
with it.
nobody ever want to do the crime by themselves. They always want to, you know.
Misery love.
Misery love company. And they was in misery right there. They want to come. They old dudes like, man, you know, when I do this, man, y'all coming. All right. Y'all down, man. I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall pay the penalty of the great sin. Like, yo, I don't want to do this by myself because the judgment, y'all going to tear me up when he find out.
Great sin, too.
Man,
Great
that's
sin.
misery love company, boy. That's a shame, boy. And they all answered him and said, let us all, and this, man, words, man, when you swear an oath,
Yes.
do not think Yah is not listening or going to say, hey, you made an oath, you made a vow on this day. I understand you don't like the vow you made, but you made the vow. So when you speak something out your mouth, and you know you got these people, they done said this vow 4, 5, 6 times. Do you love this person till death do you part? Yes. Man, your first husband or wife is still there. They're not dead. Your second husband is not dead. Your third husband is not dead. Your fourth husband, man, he's in typical tip-top health. You know, he's not dead for sure. But you know, just doing these vows, and people gonna answer for that. In the kingdom, look, man, you made vows, and I'm not even honoring the vows you made after the vow, because the first vow trumped all the other vows. So I mean, a lot of people, you know, this what you say with your mouth, y'all say, be quick to do your vow. Don't slack on it. All right, and it was all the way in the kingdom, and that's it goes back to when y'all say something, he stuck with it. When y'all say this, he stuck with it. It's on the books. I can't go after it. And this is why they're stressing, will swear an oath, angel. Because if you swear an oath, I know it's going to go down. And they all answered him and said, let us all swear an oath, and all bid ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Boy, they serious about this, yo. And they afraid, because they like, man, we gotta make sure everything's legal here. When we do it, we doing it. One for all and all for one. Verse 5. It's gonna beat the 7. Then swore they all together and bound themselves by multiple imprecations upon it. And they were all in 200 who descended in the days of Jarod on the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And those are the names of those leaders. Read some of the names. Skip on down. These are the names of the chief of the 10. So they got chief war. They got, yep. Look how, man, this is organized crime. They got leaders. They got protocol. They got rules and regulations. You know, they got leaders, yo. 10 of them. But, all right, going to go to chapter 7, 1 through 6. 7, 1 through 6. And all the others together with them took unto them wives, and each chose for himself one. And they began, see, they wasn't even greedy. They just said, I just want one. I don't even want Solomon, he want 1,000. The angel said, man, I just want one. Yo, just give me one. And they began to go in unto them and to defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments And this is where all this witchcraft come from. A lot of witchcraft in Israel, and witchcraft is more so the women. And this is why it's such a common tone about witchcraft and the women doing it, is because they learned it firsthand from their baby daddies, and they taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with herbs, and they became pregnant and bore great giants. They go with Genesis 6, whose height was 3,000 ells, who consumed all the equations of man, meaning the food, the substances. And when man could no longer sustain them, a lot of these movies, these fairy tales, Beanstalk and the Giant, Jack and the Giant, these aren't fairy tales, but these evil people who are running Hollywood, they're mocking people and turning stuff into fairy tales and just mocking you. This actually happened. These giants, fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. That was serious stuff. I don't know about the Beanstalk, but the giants, that was for real. And when the man could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured them. So mankind was made slaves, and that's why Yah was like, man, I'm going to kill everything. They have turned my creation into their servants. Right. They're eating them. They're, because what you going to tell somebody that's 80 feet tall? I ain't doing that. Shut up. Do it. Like they gonna eat. Once you see somebody eat somebody's head, like, man, where the cabbage at? Where the peas at?
It's like a drumstick.
Like, man, find the peas. They got chip, quickly, man. They wasn't playing, like and turn and devour mankind. And these are the offspring of the women, the man of daughters of man, and the offspring of the angels. And they began to sin against the birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and devour one another's flesh and drank the blood. And again, this doesn't mean that they were eating the birds and the beasts and the reptiles and the fish. You ever heard of a sea woman? Nah, I'm talking about a sea woman. What's the one? A mermaid, a centaurian, the horse man,
centaur.
The centaur. Interesting name, huh? Centaur. They were gene splicing, just like what the angels did with the women. They were also defiling God's creation and creating these abominations. So when you be seeing in these movies, you be seeing a bull walking up all fours talking. That's not necessarily fairy tale, scripturally speaking. When you talk about seeing these centaurs, that's not necessarily a fairy tale. That's biblical. You can go into that. But the demonic Hollywood, they know about what the history of it, and they just mocking people, turning it into fairy tale. And it's interesting, they're trying to revive all that stuff to get them ready for the end times. Because these are the same beings that are coming back. So they're programming people to be fairies, centaurs, Beauty and the Beast. That's bestiality.
Yeah.
But the children flock. Millions of people have saw that movie. They walking around with the dresses up. They turn these little girls into the little princess in it. The little boys wearing the little beast costumes for Halloween. Because you don't know the law, you don't know the history. That's the devil, man. The devil's going to be like, man, you stupid. I ain't got to come at you like scary or something. I can just use trickery because you're stupid.
Trickery and greed.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, making that money.
Okay, verse 6. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. Wow.
Lawless ones.
The earth was like, yeah, no more.
That's right.
Come get them, y'all. Come on. This is enough is enough. All right, and that's the flood. The flood came, but the water sprung up, and that's when Noah and his that special line, because it's the gene line. See, they perverted their genes, and they started making all these beasts and gene manipulation with all these mermaids and all this other stuff. A lot of people like, man, oh, that's just fairy tale. Man, you dig deep into it. It seemed crazy to us. It seemed like, no way. You're talking about somebody who died on the cross, went to resurrected 3 days later, and you can't believe in a mermaid? I mean, you know. But verse is going to be chapter 12, 4 to 6. Chapter 12, 4 to 6. Chapter 12, verse 4 to 6.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. All right. Enoch. Y'all there? Maybe this is the next page over. Enoch, the scribe of righteousness. And this is the Enoch of the Bible. There's two Enochs. There's the wicked Enoch and a righteous Enoch. And this is obviously the good Enoch, the righteous Enoch. Enoch, thou scribe of righteousness, go to declare to the watchers, the angels, because the angels were supposed to be down here looking after Yah creation and making sure everything's in order, that they weren't, doing anything to following the beast.
Excuse me, so you're at chapter 12?
Chapter 12, verse 4.
4. Okay, 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You turned too many pages.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so this is gonna be 4 to 6. Watchers of heaven who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as children of the earth do, meaning that they were procreating with the women, the angels, and have taken unto themselves wives. Ye have wrought great destruction on the earth, and ye shall have no peace nor forgiveness of sins. Because why? The angels knew better.
Right.
It wasn't like man in the fallen flesh, Yah is tolerant of the stupidness that man gonna do.
Right.
The angels are blameless. And that goes back to Hebrews 11. And so much as they delight themselves in their children, that's deep. The angels, even though the Nephilim children, their offspring were monsters and all that, they were like Yah. They liked their creation. They liked their children, their offspring. Just like Yah was so tolerant and loving to his creation, the angels were like, this is my child. This is Bobby. I don't want nothing bad to happen to Bobby. This is mine, Yah. So, but that shows a sense of, the angels, they were sad that some stuff was about to happen to their children.
Right.
Verse 6, the murderer of their beloved ones shall they see, and over the destruction of their children shall they lament. Now Yah is talking to the angels. He's telling Enoch, because the angels, Enoch was like Moses, the mediator between, like Moses was the mediator between Yah and Israel. Enoch is the mediator between the fallen angels and Yah. So they Yah tell the angels this. The discretion. And shall make supplications unto eternity, but mercy and peace shall ye not attain, because you knew better. That's why there's no salvation for the fallen angels, because you knew better. You're unblameless. You're not in the corruptible flesh. You are in a divine spirit. So you have no excuse. All right. Then going to go to 15, 1 to 11. We're in the book of Enoch, so I don't think y'all got that book. But
we're working on that. Y'all will have it. We're working on that.
But y'all sure can listen.
I'll say something real quick. You gotta look at it too. As angels went into the women was already corrupt already. When they took the tree of life, that means everything was cursed. So they was cursed already. So when the angels went, the evil Melechis went into the woman, cursed. All right, that's all I want to share.
That's true. All right, this is going to be chapter 15, 1 to 11. Okay. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, fear not, Enoch, the righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach hither and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of heaven, Just talking about the angels who defile themselves with women, who have sent thee to intercede for them. Man, you boy, that's something else, man. You an angel. You done seen Yah, and you sent a man to be your mediator for you. Like, you know you in trouble. I mean, you an angel.
You can't look at y'all no more.
I ain't even trying to see y'all right now, man. I ain't even trying to see it, yo. Okay, and go and say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for man and not man for you. Meaning the watchers were supposed to be the ones who were interceding for man on behalf of man to Yah. It was the angel's job, and now the angels are so out of order that it's the man who are interceding for them. And Yah is like, man, this is completely out of order. Verse 3, wherefore have ye left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of the earth. Which it was fine for the children of the earth, Adam and Eve, and their offspring to do this, but it was not appropriate. They were out of their jurisdiction, and this is about just to let y'all know, this is about the legal, how demons legally possess somebody. You know, this is like, because everything's legal. It's not like a demon jumped on me illegally. They had legal right to come in you, and how do you legally get them out of you? So, but this is the grounds of how demons were created. Their demons were created by the offspring of angels and the women. They created demons, their offsprings. Okay, and wherefore have you left your high holy heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourself with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of the earth, and begotten giants as your sons. And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, living the good life, living the Shabarine life. You know, y'all living the good life. You have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh, and as the children of man have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. And before y'all came here, we talked about the value of a woman. Why would an angel from heaven want to come down and be with a woman? We talk about how Yah made women so precious and valuable, and you know, it's supposed to be a helpmeet for Adam. It was just a precious gift that Yah created, and that's why when the angels seen them, they was like, "Oh, they losing their mind. I want one too." You know, so you know, because one should think like, why would an angel in heaven look down at a woman that was made in earth and lose their mind? You know, it's something. You know, they saw the beauty of women and they just couldn't control themselves. We talked about that before y'all came here. Because you gotta give the reason. You just can't say the angels went into women. Like, why would you do that? Because, you know, y'all about to get in trouble. You know, when y'all find out, y'all get in trouble. So, all right, verse 5. Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. Talking about the Yah gave man wives, so you know they could be content. But verse 6, but you were formerly spiritual. Woo! You see how Yah disrespecting them right there? But you were formerly righteous, formerly spiritual. Okay, living the good life, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you, for as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. So you're not even, it's not even your place. You have no dominion here. Your house up there. You know, you live in Beverly Hills and you down in Compton. Like, what are you doing there? You ain't got no business there. I'm just using metaphorically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Well, in heaven there, where's the verse? Spiritual ones, heaven there. Verse 7. And now the giants, your offspring, who are produced from the spirit and flesh, shall be called evil spirits upon the earth. Now this is where demons come from. This is the manifestation of demons upon the earth. And on the earth shall be their dwellings. They're just lost spirits. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from man and from the holy watchers, meaning the daughters and the angels, is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on the earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. Everything has its own jurisdiction. If you don't, this is private property. You have no business here. You don't have legal rights to be here. You know, the Bible is very legal. A lot of people don't realize that it's very legal. If you don't have legal right to be here, you can't be here. Okay. Verse 10. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offense. And you wonder why these people are afflicted with these spirits, because these spirits have a never-ending hunger to do wickedness. You can't. I mean, I done killed 20 people. Kill another 20. You're not never fulfilled, because it's the spirit, that the evil spirit that has overtaken these people who get possessed. It's like you.
That's like that vampire stuff, man.
Yeah, it's demons. They're demons. Yeah. You know, but these are the origins of the evil spirits. Like, where do demons come from? They are the fallen angels, offspring from women and the fallen angels. And when Yah did the flood to cleanse the earth of them, because they were giants at that point, they were in the physical flesh. When Yah killed everybody except who he chose not to kill, Noah and his family, the evil spirit's body died, but their soul, because they didn't have, they're not from heaven, and they're not really from him, from earth, but they were born on earth. Their spirits they were made to stay here until the end time of judgment. So they're homeless. They looking for a host body.
They're looking for a body.
And the only way they can get a body is when people are out of order. Well, and they can say, I have legal right to this person because they're not operating in your laws, statutes, and commandments, and I'll just jump into this body, and y'all can't be like, get out. Well, I have legal estate here. Under your laws, statutes, and commandments, you say, if this person do this, you're going to leave them, and your spirit's not going to dwell in them. Since your spirit is not dwelling in them, I claim right to this. And until repentance, I'll get into that a little later, but that's how you evict the spirit. Got to go to a legal process. Okay. Hunger and thirst. So you're dealing with. These demons. Their hunger to do evil will never be fulfilled. You can't reason with them. Some people you talk to, you just want, like, man, you just no reasoning with you. You just bound on doing evil. You got a demon on. Yeah. Verse 11, and these spirits shall raise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. Okay, that's verse 11. Is the last? Yes, the last one for that one. And we're going to go to jurisdiction. Okay, again, this is a legal matter. Like a lot of people, watching the exorcism movies, in the name of Jesus Christ, he leads his child. And the demon's still there. You don't have legal authority because you're not doing it right. You can't go to the court and be like, wait. Somebody parking in my parking spot. In the name of Jesus, tell them to get out of my parking spot. They're going to look at you crazy. Well, you're going to say, hey, subsection code 1-1 of the ordinance of the county of Jacksonville states that no one can occupy my parking spot. I'm going to the law to get vindicated of my issue. So everything's legal. And people really don't realize how legal the Bible is. Alright, going to go to Job 24. And there's some Bibles. I don't know if you want to tell them.
Yeah, y'all need a Bible, y'all good.
Okay, this is going to be Job 9:24. 9:24. You're talking about jurisdiction. Why does the evil have jurisdiction? Again, people wonder why. Why does Yah not just tell the demons to leave? Because of jurisdiction. Jurisdiction. Okay, this is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? This is just letting people know, like, hey man, it's biblical knowledge and understanding that right now evil, wickedness has legal jurisdiction to be here. You can't say, in the name of Jesus, get off the planet. No, they have legal right to be here. So you're just basically living with a roommate right now, and you gotta wait until the lease is over with. Now you can say, hey, don't come over to my side. You have legal right. Hey, this is my side of the house. Don't come over here. You stay over your side. That's the only thing you can do with it right now. They're gonna be here. So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Matthew 4:1-10. So when y'all go to vex spirits, you got to do it the legal way. You got to make sure all your paperwork, your case is in order when you go before Yah. Like, hey, I got all my paperwork. This is the ordinance. This is what I'm bringing up and whatnot. Matthew 4:1-10. Matthew chapter 4 verses 1-10. This Yahusha, this I bring this out because Yahusha is about to reinforce, like, hey, Yahoo, this is I don't have legal jurisdiction here. That a lot of people don't know this. Like, Yahusha don't have he can do things.
Go against his word.
Yeah, and that was the legal jurisdiction because they have the lease is not over. The lease is still valid, and I can't, even if I want, because if I do that, oh, look at you, you're not righteous. You're going against your word. 1-10. Then was Yahusha led up to the Spirit in the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards and hungered. And when the tempter, the devil, came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of Yah, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yah. And to look at it from a legal stance. Legal ordinance says that man is not to live on bread alone, but every word of Yah. So Satan is bringing that up in court. When you're not living by the word of Yah, well, Your Honor, with all due respect, he or she is not living by ordinance -1 subsection 2, live by the word of Yah alone. That's in court when they're trying to get you convicted of sin. That's what they're bringing up. Your sin. Okay, verse 5 is all legal, man. It's super legal. 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and sitteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, If thou be the Son of Yah, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahusha said unto them, It is written again in statute -21311, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt Yah thy Abba. Again, the devil taketh him up into the exceeding high mountain, and showed himself all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. Backing up with Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The wicked have legal jurisdiction here. And said unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. A lot of people not realizing Yahusha at this moment, the lease is not up, and this is how the devil was able to tempt him. Well, I'll modify the lease. I'll put you on the lease as co-leasers if you bow down to me. And Yahusha like, no, I'm gonna continue to battle in court. It's gonna be a long battle. You know, I'm good. You know, I got another 6,000 years. We can deal with this in court.
Wow.
Then said Yahusha unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written in statute, law, ordinance, -1121, you know, etc. It's all legal matter.
Yeah.
Thou shalt worship Yah, thy Elohim, and him only shalt thou serve. And that will be that for that part. This is just referring, like a lot of people, like, you know, why doesn't God just do this and Jesus? Yeah, what? It's all legal matter. They don't have legal jurisdiction right now. And if y'all go against his word, that's going to cause a whole bunch of other problems. So y'all has to endure the long suffering of this legal battle. Genesis 3, 1-7. Okay, so we established that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked do in fact have rulership. So ain't nobody gonna kick Satan off the planet right now. You're delusional. If you think you're gonna send up a prayer, Satan's gonna be gone. Again, your roommates, you stay on your side of the house, I stay on my side of the house. Genesis 3, chapter 3, verse 1-7. Now we're gonna see how jurisdiction was given to the devil. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast. And the back there, like, well, where's the serpent? Because everybody, I like to get to the root of the matter. Like, where the serpent came from? The serpent came from, you go to Revelation, Satan was kicked out of heaven because Lucifer was tripping in heaven, and Yah was like, okay, I have jurisdiction over this. I'm kicking you out of my house. Get out of here, and I'm going to put you on the planet Earth from now. So that's how Satan is. It was like, why is Satan down here? That's why. Because Lucifer got evicted out of Shabarim. There was only one person on the lease that had legal right to Shabarim, and that was that's Yah. He's the only person on the lease. And then when he called the police, the angels, he was like, hey, I have legal right here. Tell this person, you got to keep this person out here. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yah hath made. Meaning cunning, subtle, very intelligent. Anybody think Satan is stupid? You stupid. I mean, you have no. If you think you're gonna run game with Satan looking at you like, man, I done seen it before, I done done it before. You just another victim, You think you're gonna, and I'm gonna touch on that too, a little later. Well, I'll touch on that right now. I didn't write it down. Well, when I get to cunning, I'll touch it there. Yah, and he said unto the one, subtile than any beast of the field which Yah hath made, and he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yah said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. What did Satan do? Satan said, in ordinance 1-2, isn't it written, thou shalt not eat of the tree? You see, because you have to be blameless. When you go to court, you can't be like, well, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to eat the tree. No, Satan gonna be like, no, we talked about ordinance subsection -2:1, and we both acknowledge that that they weren't supposed to eat of the tree. Okay, and verse 2, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yah hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. So Eve knew the ordinance. She knew the law. And, it's in the heart. She knew it. Eve was not blameless in this. Verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Now, just like the officers, they said the United States Supreme Court said that cops can legally lie. if you get stopped by a cop and they say, were you really going over the speed limit? I'm not going to give you a ticket. Just let me know. Oh, yeah, I was really going. Okay, here's a ticket. You lying to me. Well, legally, the Supreme Court has said that they can legally lie to you, deceive you. And that's what, and it's funny because that's not going to be a valid argument in the case. Well, they deceived me, but you knew the law. Yes, they deceived you, but you knew the law. You knew better. And I've never heard Satan got in trouble for deceiving. I heard that's what Satan's good at, deceiving. And the lies, man. That's right. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Verse 5. For Yah doeth know that in the day ye get thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and did eat. Now Eve did a lot of things in here, and one thing Eve wanted to be more than what Yah made her. And that's no different than man wanting to be more than what Yah made them. You know, if Yah made a squirrel, be a squirrel. Yah made a dog, be a dog. You'll be happy in what Yah made you to be. And a lot of people don't realize that if I stop fighting what Yah made me, I'll be more content and happy. You know, when a lot of people, like when a lot of women, humble themselves down to Yah, they're like, oh, I feel a burden. I hear that a lot. I feel a burden lift off of me. When a lot of men, when they submit to the will of Yah, well, I feel a burden lifting off of me. You know, and it's big in the homosexual community. When a woman trying to act like a man, well, when I put that demon off of me, I feel a burden lift off of me. A man who in the homosexual community, when I'm glad that spirit is off me. I'm what Yah made me to be. I'm operating in His will. Because when you go outside of Yah's will, what made you, if a squirrel wake up one day and say, I'm a greyhound, and then the squirrel go into the greyhound world championship race, like I'm got this one. 1, 2, 3. The greyhounds are gone, and you're out of order. You look stupid. I mean, really, imagine a squirrel racing a greyhound. I mean, that's how, when you're out of order in Yah, and you go contrary to His ways that He made for you, you look stupid. And Satan laughing at you. Like, trust that. Okay? Verse 7, and this is going to be the last one for that one. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. Okay? And going to go to Enoch, back to Enoch. Enoch 16 and 1. Enoch chapter 16 and 1. Sixteen, 1, and maybe 2 to 5. 16, 1. From the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh the spirits, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus shall they destroy unto the day of the consumption. So, I'll read to 5 too. This is reinforcing what happened in the garden gave legal right for this to happen. What we was talking about last night when Satan was in the bushes. They're like, oh, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Bam! I'm in. I have legal authority to be here now. Before that happened, Satan. It's always that, man. And once it happened, man, it was done, man. It was done. So once that happened, Satan acquired legal rights to be here and plant and put the flag down. I'm here. You can't kick me out. You got to deal with me now. And it's like, imagine signing a lease with somebody. The day after you sign a lease, they got They open up their suitcase, roaches coming out. They up here at 12 o'clock. They part. I mean, you didn't. That's what happened. Lucifer said, "Oh no, the lease is signed. I'm here, and you got to deal with me until the time comes."
That's right.
And this is what verse is saying. The evil. Verse 1 again. From the days of the slaughter and destruction and death of the giants, from the souls of whose flesh the spirits, the demons come from the fallen angels' children, the giants, that were turned into the spirits, looking for host bodies, having gone forth, shall destroy without incurring judgment. Thus shall they destroy until the day of the consumption. Meaning, these wicked spirits, a demon jumped on somebody and they ran in front of a bus. Okay, next body. They're not incurring any type of judgment. Or this demon got on them and now they got a drug problem and they died. The demons are not getting judged right now. Once they leave, once their body is finito or they done doing their business there, they jump into another body. And they're not incurring judgment. A body without the head of Yah, and because they have legal authority. Well, under subsection,
say when they bought with a price,
are we gonna get to that, man? Don't think I ain't gonna tell you that, but we talking about the,
So good, it's good. Go ahead.
We talking about the legal authority, though. But when they bring that up, when you don't have, Yahusha, they have legal authority. But verse 2. The great judgment in which the age shall be consummated over the watchers, because the watchers, Yah was like, okay, bind them in chains, because the fallen angels, they not just walking around, they in chains waiting for the great judgment, the end time judgment. Watchers and the godless, shall be wholly consummated. And verse 3, and now as the watchers who have sent thee to intercede for them, who had been aforetime in heaven, say to them, you have been in heaven, but this is deep right here. This is deep. You have been in heaven, but all the mysteries had not yet been revealed to you. Man, I just showed you how to bake muffins. I didn't show you how to bake croissants. I didn't show you the details I didn't show you my storehouse of my knowledge. I just showed you a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
And y'all marking them like y'all don't know it. Mysteries had not been revealed to you, and you knew worthless ones. You just know how to bake muffins. You don't know how to make a croissant. You don't know how to make a souffle. You don't know how to really cook in the kitchen. You just know how to boil water. You don't know how to get it down. Worthless ones. And that's deep right there. Y'all say, I've shown you worthless ones. And these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women, and through these mysteries women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, ye have no peace. Talking to the angel, you ain't got no peace. Ain't no peace here. You knock on my door, I'm coming to the door with a gun. Ain't no peace here. We got a problem. We got beef. And the mysteries that they have been shown goes back to the witchcraft. When the angels went into the women, they took wives of them. They showed them sorcery and witchcraft. This is what Yah is saying right here. And those in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women. The working of herbs through witchcraft. The trying to do horoscopes. You have shown this to them, and you work in these evil acts. You have perverted what I have showed you.
Worship idols.
And worship idols. And that's what all the gods, all the gods are, the fallen angels. And it really all go back to Mother Goddess worship. At the end of the day, that's all major religions on the planet Earth goes back to Mother Goddess worship. Even back to Babylonians, Mother Goddess worship. It's very deep. So that's 16. Now we're going to go to Matthew 8, 28, 32. I think that's it for Enoch. So we learned where demons came from, you know, how they get ordinance, and the demons ain't gonna get in trouble right now, you know. They kill somebody, get somebody killed. Well, they can't kill nobody, they could lead you to the path of death, and if you die, they ain't gonna get in trouble. It's like you know, they just picking up another phone, calling up another number. Oh, call another number. Bobby home? Hey. So, what you doing tonight, Bobby? You wanna come chill?
Let's have some fun, Bobby. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, Bobby. Come on.
So, this is gonna be Matthew 8, 28 to 32. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about go back to legal right too. You know, this is Yahusha talking to some demons. Now we learn where demons come from, and we learn about them, and we get that they have legal jurisdiction here. So this is Matthew chapter 8, 28 to 32. And when he was come to the other side, into the country of Gregisnus, this is talking about Yahusha, there met him two possessed with devils. And we understand where devils come from. They're the fallen angels, children from women and fallen angels, who God killed their flesh bodies, and they're just spirits that go to and fro, you know, trying to possess bodies. Coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. So the people these demons are possessed, they at the bridge, and they just acting real crazy. 29. And behold, they cried out, saying, what? So the demons that are in these bodies, they look up and they see Yahusha, and they know what's up. And behold, they cried out. The demons that are possessing these two men, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Yahusha, thou son of Yah? So the demons, they know the legality here. They know Yahusha. They know what's going on. They know the prophecy. They know how much time they got on the lease agreement. Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? Now that is deep. The demons are saying, Yahusha, are you coming to evict us before our time is up? The lease say we got 4 more months here. I know you're not going to, outdo the lease and, and tell us to leave. Verse 30. And there was a good way off from them a herd of many swine feeding, so that the devils, the demons, besought him, saying, so the demons were talking to Yahusha, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. Now Yahusha knows what's going on. He knows it's not the time, and the demons are not set for judgment right now. Verse 32. And he said unto them, go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of the swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters. So this is a prime example. Anybody who say, man, I'm just going to pray to Yahusha, and I'm going to just rid evil from the planet Earth, that's not, you don't have there's no legal grounds to do that right now. You don't have legal grounds to do it. The demons have a lease agreement, and the lease agreement is going to be fulfilled, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, you got plenty of buildings. I mean, they went on a building frenzy. John 17, 14 to 20. John 17, 14 to 20. 14 to 20. Okay. John 17, 14 to 20 reads, this is just reinforming that this place, this kingdom, is not Yahusha's kingdom. It's not. I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world. They're not of this kingdom. They're not of this principality. This is not their dominion. It hasn't come yet. Because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Yahushua is making it very clear to you, this is not my kingdom. It's not. 15, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. So when you're in your 2-bedroom apartment with that devil, Yahushua ain't saying he gonna void your lease. You stay in there, but you stay on your side of the apartment, I stay on my side of the apartment. 16, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy word, through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. And that's he did the blood sacrifice. Yahushua put all the sins, came on Yahushua, and he was the blood sacrifice. So that's how you sanctify. Verse 20. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall be on me through their word. John 18, 34, 37. John 18, 34, 37. Okay. Yahushua answered him. John 18, 34, 37. And Yahushua answered him, sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it to thee of me? Pilate answered, I am a Jew. Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? This is, when Yahushua is about to be crucified, verse 36. Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. This is the kingdom of Satan right now. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And Yahushua is reinforcing that this ain't my kingdom. 37. Pilate therefore said unto him, art thou a king then? Yahushua answered, thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Every one that is of the truth heareth my voice. Okay. Now we're going to go to. So we established that that jurisdiction. There's jurisdiction at play. Now we're going to go to Tobit chapter 3. That's going to be in Apocrypha. That should be in there too. Y'all probably don't have that one in there. Apocrypha. So it's going to be Tobit 3. 3:1 to 12. Possession. We're going to talk about possession. And this, and the main ones that